Hello everyone. So welcome to today's class or rather session. We're going to understand who's a business change manager. What other titles has this person been given out in the job market? Change managers have many job titles. They may be called business change managers, project manager, program manager, audit specialist, innovations manager, or any of the 100 other job titles. For this series, change managers will be defined as those people who contribute in various ways in the process of recognizing the need for change and defining this change, assessing the organization's capability and capacity for change, acquiring resources, planning change and assessing its impact, developing stakeholder strategy, engaging people with the change process. This is core to ensuring that a strategy works and equipping people with appropriate knowledge, skills, and attitudes. This is done by communicating this change and managing change projects and measuring the change progress. Facilitating groups working on change initiatives is core, and sustaining and embedding change in sustaining and embedding change in the organization. Therefore, anyone involved in any aspect of this process is fulfilling, at least in part or in full, the role of a change manager. I hope all those who, in this sense, are managing change will find practical value in this series. Hopefully you've made notes. You have noted what needs to be done. Sorry for the silence bit. Out to follow up something called I would want to look at a number of persons that have been successful in this change, and I'll diverge into how organizations experience change and how they are able to cope with it. So, like I have said before, it is easy to assume that change is straightforward. On the contrary, change is never straightforward. Change sometimes is not planned, and you find you have to develop a strategy to keep the business running, to keep a project running on board when the project is already running. This is what change happens. The coronavirus pandemic, it's a world pandemic, and it is one of those abrupt changes, one of those factors that push people to change without actually having planned for or formulated plans to make an improvement. So it came as a shock that our rational plan was not meant with immediate approval. We had to cut people off their work. People had to work from home. It was a shock. But then we had to work towards a strategy to make sure that these shocks align our businesses for success in future. What has happened in this season? There has been so many structural, technical, and organizational factors that are resisting progress of the implementation of the remote work environments, the new reporting structures, the new KPIs, and it's normal for all other factors and departments to resist change. But then if we have to keep afloat as businesses, as entrepreneurs, as workers, then we need to learn to embrace change, however shocking it comes, well, and be able to perform it, to perform to our best, to adjust ourselves to be acceptable in the market, so that we will not be rendered redundant by the no-code apps that are coming, the no-code solutions to some of the services that we've been offering. With the coming up of Taylor brands, graphic designers are going home. With coming up of the WordPress, there's so much no-code solutions that are sending people home. But it doesn't mean that you have, as a coding person, as an IT person, you have to go home. You need to readjust yourself, embrace the change, and then find something that needs to be done in your organization that you cannot do by yourself, that the no-code cannot do. Because one thing you need to identify for you to be able to remain relevant is what are the limitations of the no-code solutions that your company is adopting, and how are you going to help this company overcome this. Then we'll be going up. You'll be relevant. You're going to give a solution. The pain points of your bosses, the pain point in the environment you're offering. The business structure needs to identify this pain point and develop a solution to them for you to stay relevant, irrespective of which industry you are in. I hope to meet you in my next class, in my next series. I'm doing this because I want to doing this series apparently because I need us to embrace the fact that especially in sub-Saharan Africa, we need to embrace the change, the fact that change is here and it's inevitable. We need to embrace the remote work. We need to embrace the need to outsource some of those functions so that our businesses can stay afloat without a strain on the cash flows. While at it, we need to create ourselves more opportunity. Thank you. Hope to see you in the next